Hey, hi guys. So today's I talk about the case study 7, and let's just first check what is the case study 7 in the Word file. So let me just go into there. So this is case study 7, and basically they said we have to use AWS 3, SNS, and Lambda. Just we have to employ data CSV in the S3, and then it should Lambda should be automatically trigger, and then it should send the SNS notification. So this is our first step: S3, Lambda, and SNS. And then in a second stage, we have to do this query analysis. But first, we focus on the first phase, right? First part, which is triggering thing. If I show you the architecture diagram, um, so this is a case study 7 architecture diagram, and these are we are user, and if we drop the file in S3 bucket, so it should trigger automatically Lambda, and then uh, Lambda send to a message through SNS. So this is our phase one, execution phase one, and then in second phase we are talking about the pace park script. So let's just see the phase one. So I'll show you. So this is my S3 bucket, my CS7, and then here are some file department CSV, output CSV, and then this is my Lambda code CS1, which is indicate case 37, and here I write a code for triggering the Lambda. As soon as Lambda trigger, it will send the message to consumer through SNS service. So yeah, that is pretty simple. And also I write print command to showcase in the CloudWatch logs. So let's just do uh, start our pipeline, right? So what I'll do first here, like I'll delete this thing, uh, so you don't like it's a clear cut. So I'll just delete this thing, okay? And then let me just put it here. So okay, this is done, and now if you see our the bucket is empty. Now if you load the file, like let's just see, right? We add the file, uh, which we have two file in our folder, department and CSV. Let's just upload it, and then it's uploading, and then it's uploaded. Okay, as you can see, this is uploaded. Now we'll check Lambda logs. So what is Lambda logs? This camera window is irritating. Okay, let's just see CloudWatch logs, and yeah, as you can see, it's opening, and uh, it is refreshing. Okay, so as you can see, the CloudWatch log 12:15, the recent timeline. We'll check and then if we saw here the our print message, print name, the my cs7 bucket, and the object is like employee csv, right? uh, and department csv, these two file are loaded, and then it is the details of that file, right? Now our thing is the lambda done that work. Now we have to check our sns, right? So these are sns, and then in subscribe we are give my email address. Now we have to check in our my email whether I got the email or not. So let's just check in my email. For that I go to my email, and email is there, yeah. So you can see the first notification, AWS notification, if it is 12:15, you can check the timing and the uh, like the site. Now if we check, you can see that the 12:50, 1 minute ago, 1 minute ago, the two objects are triggered, two objects loaded in the S3, which is employee CSV and department CSV, which is great. Now, to be said that like our first execution part is done, which is like triggering the Lambda when the object is loaded and send the SMS to consumer, right? Now let's just check what is the second phase part, right? Let's just go into the our main file, word file. Now they said I have to write a pace park script, and in pace park I have to perform some SQL query, right? Like some joining condition, some filtration condition. The people give three query, right? I have to write. Now here the thing is, writing a pace pack is easy, but now the thing is, where can I write, right? So there are two options. So here these are second execution thing. First, you can create a EMR cluster, and then using SSH, you can write a query, and I think that it's too much long process. Instead of that, what I did here is I create a AWS glue, and the AWS glue, there is one good option, you can write it down, like there is a Jupyter notebook. So you can write a script in Jupyter notebook. Basically, Jupyter notebook create a cluster, EMR cluster. It's run on EC2 instance. So that is same thing, but you don't have to do that thing actually. So Glue can do in the background process. So you just have to write a script on the Jupyter notebook, right? So from here to directly here, you can write a script and you can do some filtration, and you can get your record from directly S3 bucket, right? Now let's just check in Glue, right? Our main job is Glue. We have to do all the things in Glue, right? So okay, let me just show you. Yeah, so we are in Glue console, and here I create CS7, which is a Jupyter notebook, and this is notebook is actually already going on. It takes some time, 2 or 3 minutes to loading all the creating cluster. Now they actually set the environment, pre-environment, so you have to just run a script, right? So for like, if you do like run this thing, then they'll take some time, and then in the end it's saying the session has been created, that means cluster has been created, and it's in ready status, right? So you can perform anything after the creating session. So uh, if we see now, in bucket we'll go again back. We have two file, department CSV and employee CSV, and then there are different column in that, like if we see here, employee number, ename, job, mgr id, and then in department it's a department number, department name, and local. If you see, department number is here, is you know joining condition, joining key, because it's the same column in the both table, right? So you can join according to your condition, right? But the main thing is the department number is the same. So on that basis you can join the condition. Now let's just check what is the first query, right? They said employee information with department having salary greater than their manager. Well, this is the same query which we'll encounter in case study one. The employee salary is greater than the manager salary. The thing is, we have to write in pay spark script, right? So actually, I write the script. Well, for PaceCap, you have to create some data frame, and then you have to assume the session. We have to create a session, and then according to that, you have to give the commands, right? You can't do like directly. Now, this is first query, first query number one. So basically, I import the some libraries, structure type, and then full float. Right. Now the thing is here, I mention what is my my bucket name, file name, and then basically. Uh, so now from reading the data from S3, uh, uh, like this command is spark dot read format, right? And so basically I convert into float, and then uh, here I using condition. So I using same, I joining the loop in the same uh, employee table, so that can fetch um, the manager salary, right? The salary is greater than the manager salary, employee salary. So we have defined some join data frame, and then here we use the same variable, and then yeah, if we run this thing, we'll got this two record, right? Which is employee salary is greater than their manager salary, which is great. Now this is a typical form of the pay spark table. You can see dash dash dash. So you are right now in pay spark command. Now let's just see guys, this take a lot of time to writing a query, and then a trial and error to you do, then I come to final result. I don't show you the what is the trial and error, because it take too much a long time, right? So I'll take what is my input and what is my output. That is just straightforward. Now let's just check what is the second thing, right? So they said employee with experience is more than 5 year, and then their bonuses should be less than 10,000, 10K, right? Now in this query, it's a very quite interesting. If I show you, right? Uh, so this is the same thing. Your location and where you from. Reading, mm, like reading the file. This is a variable which is connected here, and here convert like string into float, and then for counting the experience, I'm using the current date and the joining date, right? And then according to that I'm filtering out. So basically, suppose today is this year is 2023, and the joining date is 2017, right? So that means 6 year experience, right? So you can this is a condition for that, and this is the bonus is less than 10K. So this is for that, and then when you using paste pack, you have to must compulsory dot show for showing the data. And interestingly, this query, like there is no data of this kind of condition, the greater than of 5 experience and less than of 10K salary. So there is no data exist, there is no one record match in this condition, so it give me uh, empty folder. That means there is no data, right? So actually first I just confused, like is it possible, then I just do some cross verification, and then I come to final decision key, yeah, that is correct. Now let's just check our last and final query. So they just need a department wise total salary, right? So here, basically there are two table, right? Department and then employee. So department name is in the department, and employee name is uh, there. So we have to basically use a join condition in this thing, and according to that we have used some library, and you can do total, right? uh, so this is same thing. I give my address set, and then basically here I have two tables, right? That means employee csv and department csv, and then we have to join according to that, right? Department number, as I mentioned before, department number is the unique key here, right? So we can join in that condition, right? And basically we are grouped by here. So some, the total salary. So if you can see the result, this is a department number, and according to that it's a name, research, sale, accounting, and then on based on that it gives the total salary. So yeah, it's giving the result. But this kind of single query, you can write in any redshift or any sql thing. But if your cluster is going on emr, in you are particularly toward PageSpark, right? You should be know this kind of thing, right? Data frames thing. So yeah, in first time it's actually hard, but when you use it to, like, it's like, it's not easy, but you can use the to that thing. You should know that kind of thing. So yeah, this is our three query. As we can see, the first, second, three query, it's a done. I see the output. And yeah, like we see the whole thing. The first phase, which is triggering the lambda, and second case we have to analyze the record which is existing in s3 bucket. So yeah, we did it, and on that, basis, we done our CS7, right? So yeah, and that this is the last case 37. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, have a good day.